Jay for 50.
Yo! Good to see you, Jay.
I'm feeling more confident about Trump this time compared to the last time he was in. What's worrying me now is how much damage they will do in the meantime. Bird flu forced the economy to crash. CBDC unleash Antifa upon DC disappear. Tom Pool.
I guess he means Tim Pool. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys are going to... not just Tim. I think all of us are in trouble this year. I think they could... I think they're going to... I think there's going to be a purge, especially if things get really bad.
It does start to feel like it's a lot of stuff leading up to election day and stuff. Like when, especially for Tim, who's averaging as many concurrent viewers as he gets per episode. Like that's when you mentioned Alex Jones earlier, Alex Jones is pretty much speaking to the already converted, right? You have to go find his network to even watch his stuff. And the reason why you want to purge people like Tim is because YouTube is extremely influential at finding people that didn't necessarily agree with it. So it wouldn't be surprised if we saw at least some political maneuvering to try and silence a lot of the channels like that.
Well, as we were saying earlier, this whole thing, and we know it was orchestrated by Biden or his people, obviously. And basically the whole thing was you don't come out of there unless he gets convicted with some sort of felony. They didn't give a shit what. That's all that mattered. So that they could actually say, because that's the thing and I've seen this come out of people on in Twitter and stuff like that have said it, is like now they can't even deny that he's a criminal. It's like, do you really think that most people believe this? Like this was the definition of a kangaroo court, right? Like, I mean, give me a fucking break. It is some of the most mundane shit. But anyway,
Can we get the memers on this? Any memers? Legion of memers?
They're probably already working on it, Flash. I mean by the time you post it, it's done.
Well, I mean, I asked them to do one of because I was on Side Scrollers on Monday, and I asked them to make one of because Blabs was talking about stealing watermelons, and we got her. We got a meme of her made stealing watermelons. So let's get one of the fusion dance of Tim Pool and Tom here.
I was on Side Scrollers this week.
But like you guys were saying earlier, he's just gonna fucking own it now. Like this was the dumbest move they ever made. Let him celebrate.
It was an act of desperation. Like I said, it was the last act of a desperate man. Kind of thing. I mean, the
last act. I don't think this is the last act of a desperate man. Yeah, they're going to throw him away and everything, but there's still the election. Well, they're going to try and do everything that they can.
They're going to try, but they're
going to continue. It's not. This isn't the end of the story. I don't think.
No. Not the end of the story.
You know what's going to happen, Rhino? Is he's going to win, and they just sign their own freaking death warrants at this point.
The crazy thing that I want you guys that are still sitting on the fence out there, like I've been, like I'm Australian. What the fuck would I know? But like I've backed Trump forever. Like the best 4 years of my entire life was when Trump was president. Crazy to think, huh? Anyway, you've got to. What was I going to say? Fuck, now I can't remember.
Hey, Tom, real quick. When you start talking about death warrants, be careful. Don't play with my heart like that.
I know, right? Well, they're not Hillary Clinton here, so I mean...
I think they're really afraid to have them debate as well. I think
of course they are.
Whatever it takes. Like, can you imagine?
But that's what I was saying.
I guarantee you Biden doesn't. Well, he might, but he's going to make sure it's really tightly controlled.
They already agreed to one debate.
Well, they said they're going to mute unless they're talking, they're muting the mics, and Biden will get the super drugs,
Oh, yeah. So. Everything in that debate will be catered towards helping Joe Biden, period. I mean, it's just
adrenaline shot in there,
Oh, and God knows what else. Yep. That's where they're like, Biden was, am I mistaken? Was I dreaming this, or was there some stipulation that the Biden campaign was putting to Trump to say like they wanted to do the whole thing seated?
You're like a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
Yeah, they wanted to do the whole thing where they would sit down because they obviously didn't think Biden could actually fucking stand up for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, and do this.
Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't draw 12 people outside of media personalities and cameramen to a campaign rally 4 years ago. What is he going to get now? And somehow he still won.
Yep.
Somehow.
My favorite.
I remembered what I wanted to say really quickly. Those people that are riding the fence, why do you think Trump is even putting up with all of this? He's doing it for all of you. Like, that's how I see it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like he could walk away. He doesn't have to run for president, but he sees what's wrong with your government, your systems, all of that, and he's on your side. That's the crazy thing with some of these weirdos that think that he's still a racist, he's still this, he's still that, and now we've got a conviction. I saw this lady celebrating in her living room, like jumping around like a crazy woman, because he got convicted.